Hello everyone, and welcome to Umango's first episode of Tech Tidbits. It's the Tech Tidbit in Umango. So today we're talking about metadata in PDF documents and how in Umango we can add custom values to plug in metadata right into a PDF document that we're exporting. So what we're looking at right here is the document properties for a PDF document, and I've got my invoice number here, and it shows a value, and that value is my actual invoice number, and I'll show you how we got to that here in a moment. And then here's my check out my custom value with a little date right there. We'll talk more about that too. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this, and I'm going to pull up Umango where I've already got my job loaded and ready to rock and roll, and I'm going to go over to zones, because I'd like to show you that I've got a zone set up here in Umango. And if you don't know about zones, in a brief nutshell, a zone can extract data from a document. And this zone right here is extracting my invoice number. Okay, so we've got that set up, and we're going to jump over to destinations now. Because what I need to do is tell Umango that we'd like to export a text searchable PDF. So right now we're set up for network folders, and our TIFF is the file type. So we're going to configure that. Okay, hop over to file type options, and under our output file type, we're going to change that to PDF text searchable. Now, if you look right down here, there's a little tab that says metadata, and that's where we want to navigate to. So right now, under my metadata tab, I've already got my hey, check out my custom value with what you can see there as the import date time. And what that's telling us, that's pulling metadata that already exists on the file, which is the date and time that it was imported, and it's putting that in our custom value field for the PDF document. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'd like to have my invoice number added in there too. I'm going to type in invoice number, and this is giving the value a name so that we can know what it is later on. And next, I'm going to jump over to this little field here. Now, this field is an extremely powerful tool in Umango, and there's a lot that this thing can do, but I'm only going to show you this one thing right now. But just know that your imagination is kind of the limit on what you can do in this field. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in invoice, and you'll see that it's already pulled up zone invoice number. So it's pulling the data that I've extracted from the document in that zone, and it's saying, hey, would you like that to go into your value? And I'm like, yes, I would. So I'm going to select that, and now that we've got that set up, I'm going to hit add, and there we go. Invoice number is set in as the name of our value, and the actual invoice number from the document is going to be added to that metadata. So we've got that added in there. We'll save that, save and close the job. And like I said, when we come over to Adobe, you'll have the invoice number and you'll have the value, which is the actual invoice number pulled from the document. Now, there's one last thing I want to show you here, and we're already in document properties, so I'm going to jump over to description. And this is additional metadata that Adobe offers that's kind of preset. You've got title, author, subject, and keywords. You've probably seen these fields before. And you might be wondering, how do I input information into there? That would be really cool. Well, there's definitely a way. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and pull up Umango again and navigate to our job, text searchable invoices, and jump over to our destinations, just as we did before, and we're going to configure our connector, bring over metadata. And when you click on name, you'll see there's some familiar names of values there. And we can select any one of these names, say title, and assign it a value based off of this super powerful field that can pull zone information and all kinds of regex things. So that's a lot to jump into, but know that this field, there's a lot to learn about this, but we'll talk more about it later on. So that pretty much sums up how we can create new metadata and export it to an Adobe PDF document and have it show up later on and make it easier to find that file and give other people more insight to what that file might be about. So I hope you enjoyed this tech tidbit in Umango. See you next time. you.